Nick speaking, and welcome to this live stream. And if you're new to the channel and you want to keep up to date with the Wonders of Warhammer 40k, then please subscribe and hit the bell button to turn on all notifications so you don't miss an upload. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this live stream. And today we're doing a very special live stream. I'm going to be shouting out some wargaming channels that I like to watch. I think you would like to watch them too. So, hello everyone to the chat room. We've got a few people in here already. We've got Frost and Fists, welcome. We've got Sir Death Vids in the house, welcome to you. And we have Tank Wish at the moment. Let me know if the live stream is going well, i.e. you can hear me and see me, because that's always a good start. We've also got Jason Bentley, howdy from Texas, howdy. So first of all, let's quickly do a hobby update. Not too much to update you on, to be fair. I have been doing hobby. I've been doing a commission. So I've got a commission to paint 6 miniatures, and that's what I was doing just before I came on air. I was actually getting into them quite a bit, so much so that I almost forgot I was coming on live stream. But now I'm really enjoying them. There's going to be videos, of course, about them, so I'm not going to reveal at the moment what they are, but I think a good number of you are going to like them. Greetings to Ice Wolfonic and Batrep 1001. Can you all hear me okay? If you could let me know, that would be really useful. So, as you probably know already, I'm a big advocate for sharing and caring regarding our community. Ever since I've been on YouTube, I've always tried to do as many shout outs as I can to other channels, and also to support of the other channels that are out there. I'm subscribed to over 1,000 YouTube channels, all Warhammer related, and I try my best to watch as many videos as I can, and in doing so, I like to comment on those videos. However, before we start doing my shout outs, sounds okay, that's good. I'm going to show you this. Now, you may not actually be able to read it. I printed it quite big in hope that you can, but I'll read it to you anyway. It might even be back to front. But anyway, I had this comment this morning from someone called Blood Ninja, who said, I'm not going to say all of his words because there's some swearing in it. Stop effing spamming comments on every 40k video. Your channel is SHIT. If you were good enough, you wouldn't need to spam comments. I did reply. I said, hi there, thanks for the comment. I don't spam comments. I watch and support the wargaming community. He continued to reply. So let's read that. I've got it printed out. About an hour or so ago, he said, no, you do indeed spam almost every 40k video on the platform. Focus on your channel, post actual quality content, and perhaps more people will subscribe to you. So I did reply one more time. I said, you are incorrect. I do not spam. I watch and enjoy the content creators I am subscribed to and show my support with a comment, like, and share. I put a lot of hours into my YouTube channel and I'm very happy with my content. Thank you very much. So that was my reply. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to talk about that too much more, but I just wanted to point it out because you probably do see me quite a bit on channels commenting and stuff, and sometimes you might see my comments are quite short and sweet. I might just say, you know, like great video or nice unboxing or something, rather than a whole paragraph. There's several reasons for that. There's one, when you've made so many comments over 10 years, you almost run out of things to say. And also sometimes I might be at work and I won't have time to type out like a big comment. So sometimes I'll just do a brief one. So maybe that's why he thought I was spamming videos, but obviously that isn't the case. So have a quick look in the chat. You sound good. Good. Hello, everyone. We have Nerdopolis Prime in. Hello from Austria. Wonderful to be in your live video again. miss your pretty mug. Thank you very much, Nerdo. Hey peeps, haters are gonna hate. Yeah, we've got a message how to review. Yeah, I can put that one on. So anyway, as I said, I just wanted to point that out because, you know, I mean, if he's seeing my comments and he's obviously watching the same videos I'm watching, so he's obviously not commenting because otherwise he would be spamming just like me. I'd love to meet some of these negative fancy IRL. Hello, Ravendale Tactica. Welcome to the chat. Okay, so yes, as I said, I'm subscribed to over 1,000 wargaming channels. I run the unification wargames. Can't even say it. Let alone run it. The Wargamers Unification Facebook group. We've got loads and loads of great content creators in that group, and everyone's sharing their videos, video ideas and tips and tricks, and also the hobby side as well. You know, their painting updates and progress, getting advice and feedback. It's a great place to be. That is on Facebook. If you just search Idic Beer 40k Wargamers Unification, you will find it. Come and join us. We'd love to have you there. And some of these channels are from that group, but not all of them. So I think you might actually be surprised by some of these channels I'm going to talk about today. I've collected 10 channels for tonight's stream, but I'm thinking there's so many channels that I like and would like to shout out to that probably I might do this video format every so often, see how it goes. So let's have a quick look. Unification for life. Yes, the unification is strong. It is the frost. That's not frost. Yes, it is. It's a frost. That's a wolf, yeah? Is that Mythos? Mythos. Right, so let's get on with this. So the first channel, and I've made a slight tactical error here, because I'm supposed to be wearing his t-shirt, but I didn't do it very well, and it's in the wash. So sorry. But the first shout out is for the miniatures paintbrush to Rob, which is just an absolute awesome channel. Rob is, what I love about Rob is he's the most genuine guy who's genuinely on YouTube for the love of the hobby, mainly for painting. He's really into his painting. He does play as well. He teaches children also art and painting, and you can tell from watching his videos he absolutely loves it. And he's not on YouTube to get views and subscribers and stuff. He's there for the love of the hobby, and that really comes across in his videos. Now he's currently out. He currently doesn't have a computer. He's building a brand new one. So at the moment he's just doing vlogs on his mobile phone, but he's building that computer and he'll be up and running with that, and doing more tutorials, etc. And he's a very good painter. So he's just painting up a Titan for a crystal brush, which he's been working on, and he's done a load of freehand on there, and it's his first ever freehand that he's done. And for first time freehand, it looks absolutely awesome. So awesome guy, awesome channel, awesome painter. And if you haven't subscribed to him, you definitely should be, because Rob is just awesome. Now there's going to be a link to his channel in the description below. Of course, there'll be a link to everyone else's channel that I talk about today. So yeah, the first one, the miniatures paintbrush. And everyone seems to be agreeing that that's a good shout out. Definitely should be sub to him if you're not already. Okay, so yeah, painting a Titan for crystal brush as you do. Yeah, doesn't it look awesome? That freehand is just amazing. Very talented guy. And I had the pleasure of going live in one of his shows when he had his laptop previously, or his computer previously. And that was just awesome, just hanging out with him. And I sadly can't remember his buddies' names. We had a couple of buddies on there as well from his gaming group, and that was a really good chat. So I really enjoyed it. And as I said, he's just a genuinely awesome guy. So okay, so next up, and funny enough, this is the only channel that I don't know his real name. Everyone else on the list I do. So the next one is for Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. Link in the description below. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this channel because he has 30,000 subscribers. So he's a big channel, but it's like an almost given that you have to be subscribed to this channel because he pretty much buys, unboxes, builds, reviews all of the rules. He reviews all of the pre-orders from Games Workshop. If you want to know what's happening with Games Workshop, then he's the channel to go to. I love his channel. I love his codex reviews. A lot of his stuff is also featuring Horus Heresy stuff as well as 40k. But I watch all of his videos, always very interesting. He's got a great sense of humour, a very English sense of humour, quite a dry one. But yeah, a really great channel. And like I said, he pretty much shows every model that's made, and he does size comparisons. He's got huge Space Marine armies with all the knights and stuff. And a little bird has told me that he will be giving away a Titan when he gets to 40,000 subscribers. So another good reason to be subscribed to him. Obviously, I'm going to win it. I win most giveaways, but yeah. So Super Saiyan, I'm sure a lot of you here are already subscribed to him, but it is a channel that I wanted to shout out to because he does some awesome work. He should be sponsored by Games Workshop. He should get all of the pre-releases. He buys everything that he shows on his channel, and I think he does a very good job of showcasing those models, potentially better than people that get all this stuff for free. So there you go. Anyone in the chat room not subscribed to Super Saiyan? Oh yes, I forgot to say actually, don't forget when you do click the link to the channels and you subscribe to them, if you could make a little comment on their channel, just saying that Edic Bear sent me. Let them know where the love came from. I can vouch for Nick, wins every giveaway, almost every giveaway, yeah. I didn't win the charity raffle that Old Average Bit Gaming did for all of those tanks, but I was sort of pleased because I don't need another army. And I did win. My most famous win has to be Neodopolis Prime's giveaway that he did when he already knew I was quite lucky at winning giveaways. So as a joke, he got this dice and he wrote Idic Beer on all sides. And in his competition video, he rolled the dice as a joke. And then he goes, right, well, now we're going to roll the real thing. And he rolled it. And guess what? The number that came out was me. That was my most favorite video. I don't know if you've still got that up or not, but I really like that video. What's up? Hope your date went well. It went very well, thank you. And actually, last night I went on a second date, which you could probably tell from how happy I am today. But yeah, it went really well, and I'm going out with her next weekend because it's her birthday. She's having like a birthday bash, so I've been invited to that. And then the weekend after, we're going to the cinema. So seems to be going well, which is great. You've jinxed it, Nick. What, the date or the winning winning prizes? Right, okay, so my next shout, and I think this is the one out of all of them on the list you might be quite surprised with, and I'm suspecting quite a lot of you are not going to know this channel. So this is definitely a channel I would absolutely love it if you could click on the link in the description and give this guy a sub, because he isn't a 40k channel, but you can get some really good tips from this channel. So the channel is Car Dreams in Styron, Gary. And Gary does an awesome weekly show on his channel. He does do a few other videos, but he primarily does like one video a week. And it's all about building cars. But he also does a series of videos called Quick Tips. And he's got some really good tips on there, which you can definitely take away and put into the 40K like scenario. So there's one video, for example, he made about, you know, when you have, say, a flying stand, the plastic flying stand, and you super glue it onto your base, and you get that sort of misty ghosting effect. He did a video on how you can get rid of that, for example. But yeah, he's a really cool guy. He puts lots of humor into his channel. And Gary, yeah, he's a good guy. He's one of the good ones. So definitely, you should check him out. So let's have a quick look at Car Dreams. Car Dreams as in driving a car. Dreams as in having a dream. So yeah, check him out. Check out Gary if you haven't. I'd love him to get some more subscribers. And don't forget, of course, when you do check him out, to put a little comment saying Idic Beer sent me. That'd be awesome. Okay, so next. The next one is actually one of my newer channels that I've recently subscribed to, and I subscribed to him through the terrain square competition that I did, and that is Dark Matter Workshop. That's Gert. So yeah, what an awesome channel that is. If you like making terrain, especially sort of terrain that you wouldn't necessarily think about making, this is the guy for you. I mean, he does some awesome work, and also he makes some great videos. His video quality is very high, good editing, and just a really nice guy, you know, along with a great hobbyist. He recently made like a homemade scratch built figure. Can't remember what the gaming system was for now. I think it was maybe D&D. I'm not sure. But he made these like aliens, and how he constructed them was just amazing to see. And he does great how-tos, and it all looks quite simple to do as well. It's nothing too complicated, but fantastic end results. So yeah, Dark Matter Workshop, definitely check him out. Again, link in the description below, and let him know that I sent you. Yes, because I'm sure he would love to see you over on his channel. Okay, let's have a look at some of the comments. I have more models than I have time to paint. I think we all are in that situation. I spent like a year just collecting and painting to go in with an army. Haven't played one game yet though. We've got Peter Nicholas. Hello. Oops, nearly forgot you were on. Nearly forgot. That's it. I'm going. Oh, okay, I'm back. I need to paint the Primaris Marines for my Carcharodon Astra. Okay, it's a homebrew chapter, yeah? Good morning, Ross. How are you? Okay, who's ready for another channel shout out? Okay, next one is for, he was actually in the chat, I'm not sure he's still here or not, for Frost and Fists. My two, well, my wolf brother and my freakalicious brother, Frost and Fists. These guys I've been following. I think I may have actually been their very first subscriber, and I believe they've definitely hit 500. I think they're probably on 550 subscribers, something like that at the moment. Two awesome guys. I had the pleasure of being on one of their live streams. Yes, I did get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go on their live stream. We have somebody going woohoo from Frost and Fist in the chat. Yeah, these guys are awesome. You definitely need to be subscribed to them. They've been on a journey together as two friends, learning the hobby, growing as painters, to the point that they both do commission painting now as well. Really great painters. You can see they've come on a long way, and they're always enjoying the hobby, and most importantly, enjoying the chat between each other. Two great friends, and that comes across on the channel as well. And they're always around on YouTube, depending obviously work commitments and stuff, but they try to be on YouTube as much as they can, commenting on other videos and stuff. And just two genuinely great guys. And if I lived closer to them, I think I'd be around the house quite a lot, playing games and stuff. We have Spect in the house. Hello, Spect. I don't know if you know, but I made you a unification channel of the week in the Facebook group. So you'll have your channel pinned to the top of the page for a week. So hopefully that helps bring a few subs your way. As I said, that's what I'm all about. You know, I love helping out other channels. So yeah, as I said, that comment earlier, I second Frost and Fists. Excellent. So yeah, there's a link in the description below. Check them out. And if you are actually new to the channel, maybe this is your first time you've popped into my live stream, I am Nick. Welcome. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do so, and hit the bell button so you don't miss an upload. You're welcome, Spect. No problem at all. Keep up the great work on your videos. We have Aaron Macklin, who says, I finally made a live stream. Well, welcome to this week's live stream. It's great to have you here. Will Harville says, Nick, have you seen Play on Tabletop? They make great battle reports. I don't think I have, actually, to be fair. I will link me up in the comments, and I'll check them out. Evening, chaps. On Point Wargaming is in the house. Welcome. Okay, so let's do another shout out. Okay, so the next one is for my very good friend John from Ace Face. So I'm sure you've heard me talk about Ace Face several times over the years, but for those that haven't heard of Ace Face, then definitely you need to check his channel out. He's just an awesome guy. He's a 40k mainly tournament player, and on his channel, although he doesn't upload that frequent, because he also runs a second channel called Twisted Dice. Twisted Dice is a battle report channel, awesome channel, and check it out as well. But this shout out is actually for John's channel, Ace Face, because I don't personally watch that many battle reports, and I prefer his other content on his channel, where he does tactics, he does tyranny tactics, and what I really enjoy personally is his tournament reports, and the way he does it as well. He goes over all the different armies that he's facing, how they play, you know, the good things and bad things that happened in the game, and I really enjoy that. And I've had the pleasure of playing Ace Face several times over the years. Hopefully we'll get another game in soon. But yeah, Ace Face, definitely check him out. There is a link in the description below. Head on over and give him a sub if you haven't done so already. Right, I am going to need to grab some water, so I'm quite thirsty today. You may be pleased to hear that my nephew has taken some of my old and newer necrons to revitalize, or is that to regenerate? Well, I'm very pleased to hear that. That is awesome. What's better out of Tyranids, necrons, or ultramarines? Necrons, of course. Great to hear. More people are starting the hobby. Yeah, absolutely. Good evening, Lugnut Mech Shop. How are you? All depends on the preference. There's a personal conversation going on there. Okay, so time for another shout out. So the next channel I am pretty new subscriber to, but I have been following his channel now for, not sure exactly, probably about 6 months. Now this guy is absolutely amazing at scratch building. It's actually an orc channel. It's mainly focused on orcs, but he's very talented, and it's called Mork and Gork. I always struggle to pronounce that. I've got to say it like an orc, apparently. So Roshan, he says, I've got to pronounce it like an orc, so Mork and Gork. Yeah. Link in the description below. Awesome channel, awesome guy, a really nice guy, and an amazing scratch builder. He's building a huge orc at the moment, all scratch built, and you've been seeing his progress. He's one of these sort of, I call him like he's a hobby genius, where he just hobbies for like 14 hours straight, and then he makes a video and he's like, oh, hi guys, I've just been hobbying for 14 hours. He's got an accent which I can't do. Apologies for the accent. But imagine someone very tired and worn out but super excited that they've just like done all this work, and he shows it off. He goes, I'm going to bed now. And the next day he puts up another video, so just done another 14 hours work on this. So yeah, he's definitely very talented and inspirational, and he's got some almost crazy ideas with some of his projects. So yeah, check him out. And he entered my terrain square competition, and he did 2 pieces. That's how productive he is on his work. So 2 amazing pieces of terrain. So yeah, check him out. Mork and Gork. Yes. I recently became interested in necrons despite having some old models as spares or repairs from long ago. That's good. What dynasties are you going to do? It's too early to decide dynasties. Repairs are paramount. Yeah, I mean, I would. It's a hard one, isn't it? Because of the painting side. I think if you're just playing for fun at home, and you're not planning to do tournaments, then just paint them how you want to paint them. I think that's what I would do. Okay, we've got 39 people watching. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Okay, I think I should have done a bigger list. Next time I'll do a bigger list, because I've done 10 and I've already shouted out 7 people. So I hope you're ready for some chat in a minute. Start thinking of some questions for me. Okay, so the next shout out is for Old Average Bit Gaming. As if by magic, that's his logo. So yeah, Nick, I had to shout him out because he is my #1 in the Unification Facebook group. He's my second admin, and really good friend as well. I'm talking to him quite a lot on Facebook, about various things, hobby and other stuff as well. And of course, I played him a few times as well. In actual fact, the game that I played with him against his Imperial Knights, my Seraptic versus his Imperial Knights, that's getting a nice steady growth. I'm getting a good amount of views on that daily, so that's nice to see. So Nick, I need you to come down and we'll have to play another game with your Imperial Knights. His Warlord Titans working on is amazing, absolutely, yeah. Nick likes his Titans. He likes his big toys. So, of course, again, link in the description below. Check him out, give him a sub, and tell him I sent you. What you'll find with Nick's channel is he doesn't try too hard. He just makes genuine, good, quality content, and he just sort of gets on with it, and he's he's growing very well organically because of that. You know, because he's making good, solid content, and his channel is just growing at a nice, steady rate, and that's great. That's the best way to do it, especially when you're sort of starting out. I did a Harlequin army after a challenge by Edith Beer, and I filmed my first battle report with them today. Excellent, that's good. I look forward to seeing that when it comes out. Okay, he isn't in the house at the moment. He usually is, and he probably will be later, but the next one is 6 Plus Steve-O. Yeah, 6 Plus Steve-O. Steve had to shout him out because, actually, to be honest, it was his idea to make this as a topic. I posted in the Wargaming Unification Facebook group. Be great to have some sort of ideas for some live streams, and he was the one that came up with this idea to do some shout outs, and I thought it was a great idea because, as I said, I've always liked to do shout outs. I have reduced the quantity of shout outs I've done over the last year or so, and that's because ultimately those videos don't really perform that well. So I did a shout out to Pete from Mini Warzone, which did actually do quite well. And I think that's the key thing. Probably maybe I was doing the shout outs too much, so they've just become diluted. So I thought doing it this way, I can just do them all in one go. And as it's a live stream anyway, it gives us an opportunity just to have a chat. So yeah. Well, hey, we've got Birinid 40k in the house. Made it to a live one. Hello, welcome. So Birinid 40k is the channel to watch because he's grown, I think, 8,000 subscribers in just over a year. And I predicted it. I predicted that he would grow that quick, and I still predict to this day that he will overtake me in subscribers. Yeah, because he's that awesome. He makes some great videos. He's got like a movie star voice. You know, he doesn't go on camera like I do, but he when he the way he talks, it's like watching like a commercial, not commercial, a movie advert. There you go. That's what I mean. He's just got that voice. He's got the voice for what we do, and he's very entertaining and very informative, and you can tell he puts a lot of effort into his videos. He researches them all beforehand and gives good information, primarily on kilting. So yeah, you're not on the list, Birinid. You were not on the list, but you still got a shout out. How about that? I'll add you. Right, okay, I'll add Birinid 40k to the list. Out, that was my elbow. It's just beer in the name. Draws players a lot. Nick rocks, man. Thank you, sir. We have Nirvana 666 in the house. Welcome. And if you didn't know, Nirvana 666 is the very kind gentleman that did my 2 Necron songs for me. The Christmas one and my Necron theme tune. So just in case you didn't know, weren't aware, a very talented man is in the house. Right, I need to go backtrack. 6 Plus Steve-O we were talking about. So yeah, 6 Plus Steve-O. Sorry, Steve, a little interruption there. Awesome guy. Another Orc channel. Seem to be watching quite a few Orc channels lately. But yeah, what a great guy. Very cool guy. Very down to earth. And I've had the pleasure of meeting him in real. I played a game against him. The battle report is on the channel, and I hope to do some more with him as well. He is fairly local to me. Yeah, fairly local. Not really local, but not too far. So yeah, I hope to get together with him again. But awesome guy, and you can tell it's nothing but genuine. Really nice guy. So need to check him out. He talks mainly about orcs, very topical, interesting videos. He likes to do slightly longer styled videos. So if you're into your sort of painting along with videos, then it's a great channel because he's got some interesting things to say. And he's having a 2,000 subscriber giveaway, which he's going to hit very soon. So another reason, because he's going to be giving away some cool orc stuff on his channel. So link in the description below for 6+ Devo as well. Yeah, check him out. And don't forget to say I sent you. Right. Talking of awesome people, I somehow can't find Richard Sessions' channel anymore. Has he stopped or changed the name? Okay, yeah, his new channel, could used to be Tattoo for You, is now The Nerd Life. The Nerd Life, but with an A, so it's THA Nerd Life. However, he hasn't YouTubed for a while, personal reasons. I'm sure one day he'll be back. But yeah, still a cool cat. He is a cool cat. Okay, so I've got one more shout out, so let's go straight on to that, and then we'll have some questions and stuff. And I forgot, I've got it down there. It's okay. I need to continue to read from the Necron Codex, as promised. A couple of paragraphs. So the next shout out is, he is usually in the stream actually, but I don't think he's here tonight. But Kujo Painting. Now this is a channel which you definitely should be watching if you like painting, because he is very inspirational, down to the fact that he is an amazing painter, and he makes some fantastic painting tutorials. Now, not to the point that I would necessarily like do what he's teaching you to do, because he paints at that top level, and I don't necessarily think I can paint to his abilities. I know I can't paint to his abilities, not at the moment anyway. But it's very inspirational to see how a top end amazing painter paints, and I would say he's probably the best painting tutorial channel in terms of high quality painting on YouTube. So Kujo Painting, check him out. Link in the description below. That is, believe it or not, my 10 plus beer and Ed, 11 shout outs for today's video. So it doesn't end here. We're going to have a chat now in the comments. So if you've got any questions for me, then pop them into that section there, the chat box. And I'm going to quickly get the Necron Codex because we'll need that as well. Necrons. So yeah, I've been doing some videos recently, which I'm looking forward to come out. Hopefully you'll like them. So let's see if we've got any questions coming on. When's the next shout out happening? I don't know, to be honest. I might do it maybe once a month or something like that. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, great to see a live video again. Thank you. Thank you very much. I've got the 7th edition Necron Codex. Yeah, well, if you want to play, you're going to need the 8th edition one. What you want the next Necron theme song to be about? I don't know. We're going to need another Christmas one. We have CM Wargames. My YouTube keeps freezing. Does it? Are you watching on your phone? One thing I enjoy is people posting hobby updates on the page as I'm working on projects. It's great to know other people are covered in glue and paint too. Yeah, that is useful. Which armies make you want to hide in the toilet with fear when fighting them with your necrons? None. None. Because, for example, I give you this example. I played Ace Face and I beat him. And the next time he came down, he played the Tau. Is it Supremacy suit? Like the really big Tau model. And I think he felt slightly guilty that he brought it down. He said to me, "You sure you're okay with me playing this?" It's like, yeah, no, go ahead. Because I can have fun whether I win or lose. So I see it as a challenge. I'll try my best. But I will not run and hide from any army because it's fun. You know, you're there, you're rolling dice, and you know if your army gets wiped, you just have to take it on the chin and let your opponent have some fun rolling dice as much as you can. So yeah, I'm not really scared to play in the armies. Really, to be fair. What models are you planning to add next to your Slanesh army? More demonettes. Excuse me, more demonettes. So I've got 20. I want 2 units of 30. Ideally, 30 Games Workshop ones and 30 independent model ones, so that the 2 units look different. But yeah, what's the name of that company? Not Creature Caster, is it? A different one. Can't remember. But there's one that makes pretty cool demonettes. So yeah, I was thinking 2 squads of demonettes, and then I'll need a couple of HQs so that I can play the Noise Marines in a battalion detachment with 2 HQs, and then I'll have my Demon Princess and the Demonettes. Raging Heroes, that's the one. Raging Heroes. I did contact Raging Heroes about doing a review of some of the models, trying to get some for the channel, and they emailed me and said, yes, we can do that. Then they gave me another email address to sort of do the details on, which I emailed, but they never got back to me. Nick, look at the Mantic Demon Girls. They got 20 minis to the Games Workshop one. I have seen those actually as well. Yeah, Mantic ones. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have a look around and see how I go, because I'm not going to be able to play my army at a GW event anyway, because I've got all the Spellcrow stuff on them. So having independent models or units isn't going to make any difference to the army. So I've taken the bookmark out of where I was, but I know I was right at the beginning. Okay. Excuse me, I just read the Necron Codex here by myself, trying to find the page. I do have a bookmark. Right. Okay. Shall we read a couple of paragraphs, or they're fairly big paragraphs, but we'll finish this page. Might send you some soon, Nick, but you can paint them because I'm doing too many projects. Oh, thank you, very kind. Have you got massive stock of the Games Workshop paints from the 1990s? Don't think so. I've just got these here. I've got a few of those pots, which I'm sure are probably just dried up now. Yeah, actually, that was empty. I can go in the bin. Have a look. Have I got any others? Yeah. Scab red, which is probably dried up as well. Yeah, it's dried up. I need to go through my paints. Okay, let's get some reading out the way. So we are going to read a couple of paragraphs in the Necron Codex because I've not read this, and it's about time I did, so we're going to do it. Okay, here we go. On the countless planets, legions of the metallic warriors march forth from ancient vaults and into the cold radiance of fading suns. Those of other races with the misfortune to have made their homes upon these worlds are annihilated in storms of Gauss fire. Sorry, Gauss fire. I get told off otherwise. And particle beams. Forever, the Necron's most basic weaponry can strip body to its constant atoms in seconds. Oh yeah, so they've taken out the fact that Gauss can actually strip armor as well. Now it's only flesh. Oh, Gauss needs to be better against vehicles. The fires of the battle glint from dense metal alloy and iron cabling. The Necrons are not mere creatures of flesh and blood. Bullets ricochet from their impervious hides. Last blasts leave scorched marks but cause no lasting damage. Even those Necrons blasted to pieces by heavy weaponry slowly piece themselves together. Their reanimation protocols, seeing dissipated heads are reattached to necks and disembodied limbs, crawl across the ravaged soil to reunite with their torsos. It is a shocking sight to witness those thought slain stand up and take bloody revenge on their would-be killers. Such cold and unremitting destruction is the fate of all who oppose the Necron's advance. In the eyes of the Pharaons and overlords, the young races are simply the dust that has gathered between the cracks of the empire, and like dust, they must be swept away. There you go. That sounded pretty cool. See, Necrons, they never die. They just reanimate. They rebuild themselves, and then they phase out back to the home world. So you can't actually kill a Necron. Sounds like a horror story. How do you kill Necrons then? You don't. Necrons don't die. Nick sounds a bit like a narrator from Clangers. Heroes never die, indeed, indeed. So I've got a couple of battle reports coming up for you. I've got my big crons, so quite an interesting list. Got the Seraptic, the Bolt, and the Pylon. That's pretty much it. I think I've got Triarch Stalker in there as well. So yeah, I've got that battle report coming up for you, and inspired by Big Mech Dan Skull's comment about are you ever going to get the Eldar out? That was on one of my Q&As, and when the answer is yes, it's out, and there's a battle report in the system, which you're going to be seeing when? I think it was next Saturday. I think it's planned for. Maybe. Anyway, you'll see it in the next week or so. So yeah, the Idic Eldar, the purple Eldar are back on the table. Played Richard, and he played his Orcs. His new Orc army for the first time. A few proxies in there because he's still building it and painting it. And then played my Eldar for the first time in 8th edition. So it's a newbie game. But yeah, lots of fun. It's always fun playing Richard. Purple Eldar, yes, it's purple and white. Basically, imagine Baltan Eldar with the green, but exchange the green to the purple. That's my colour scheme. Fifth, these tin boys run on star power. Not enough diesel in the world to make them stop running. Okay, so has anyone got any questions for me? We've coming up to nearly an hour, so I usually go for about an hour. So we've got 10 minutes left to have a little chat. If you do have any questions, talking of questions, I did the Q&A live 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I did my Q&A live, and I was slightly concerned that I wouldn't have enough questions for another Q&A because I thought people may not watch it afterwards and then put questions. But I've had a reasonable amount of questions. I don't think I've had quite as many as usual, but I've got enough to do a decent second Q&A from it. So yeah, How do you like the live Q&A? Would you like to see a live Q&A again, or do you prefer it to go back to just being recorded? Let me know in the chat box, and if you're watching this show afterwards, let me know in the comments box below as well. Appreciate that. Nick, are you going to get any contrast paints? And if so, will you use them as a glaze only, with you being a more advanced painter? Very good question, Dave. No, I'm not going to be getting any, I think is the answer. At least not at the moment, because everything that I'm painting, I already have my colour schemes locked and loaded. So potentially, if I was painting something new, then I might try them out. But like I said, my Emperor's Children, I've already painted the Slanesh skin and stuff, so I know exactly how I'm going to be painting that. So I don't really have much of a need for it. Kujo Painting, hello, welcome. How are you? You did get a channel shout out, by the way, Kujo. So your link is in the description below. Hopefully, you're going to get loads of people coming over to your channel, subscribing and saying that Idic Beer sent you, because that's the whole idea of this video, to get people to subscribe to the 10 channels that's in the description below. You're welcome. You're welcome. I like both, probably more of a recorded Q&A due to time difference being in UK and Arizona. Yes, yeah. I mean, at the moment I'm doing the lives at 10, which seem to work quite well, but arguably I could do them at different times, maybe to mix and match, but then it's generally better to be at a fixed time because people know when to tune in then. So yeah, it's a hard one. Thanks, they're nicely painted and always a pleasure to play you. So that was Richard from Saiyan Wargames. Yeah, it's a fun game. Yeah, I really did enjoy that. And it was good to get the Eldar out on the table. So yeah, I'm sure I'll continue to play them a bit more. I tried my Howling Banshees for the first time since I painted them, which I thought was a year ago, but actually I think it's 2 years ago. So it's about time they came out, those little girls. Yeah. Kujo, what is the Warhammer scene like up in Scotland, around Edinburgh and Glasgow? So I think everyone seems to know Kujo Painting in the chat room there, so that's good. But yeah, great painting channel. Definitely need to check it out. Talking about painting, does anyone fancy a challenge? My army looks terrible. I've got ideas, but don't know one end of a brush from the other. Can anyone help me? Yeah, I was. My buddy has his Blood Angels army, which he's got quite a few models that need painting, and I was thinking of setting up a little, not really a challenge, but like a help out as such, where I basically say, who wants to help me get my buddy's Blood Angels army painted so to help the battle reports look better. So I did actually run that idea past a few people who said, yeah, I'll be up for painting a unit. So who knows, that could happen. Nick, do you YouTube full time? No, not at all. I have a full-time job. So it's just a hobby, really. Yeah, just a hobby. It does take a lot of time though. So I made a video on Friday and started at 9 o'clock, and I finished rendering out the video at 4 o'clock. And that doesn't include all of the pre-planning for the video, making the thumbnail, etc., etc. So it's a lot of work, but I do enjoy it. So yeah. Which tactic ability is your favourite? Not sure if that's to me or not. Did you back the Oak and Iron Kickstarter? Sort of Man of War-ish. I didn't actually know. Whilst I do play Man of War, I don't own it, so it's my buddy's game. So even the army that I play, or the fleet that I play, that's his. So I'm quite happy playing it. I enjoy playing it. Don't know that I would collect it though. So yeah, back to the contrast paints. Potentially for, I think might be quite useful for skin, to paint faces and stuff. I've seen a few examples of that, and it looks pretty good. Now I don't know whether you would. Do you have to use the GW primer for that? So, for example, if I wanted to paint normally, but then maybe I'd like to use that paint on someone's face, could I just like paint it grey and then go over it with this new stuff, or not really sure? Yes, it'd be fun to go to the UK to paint and play 40k and meet other YouTubers. Yeah, it would be. I mean, it'd be great just to go all over the world. I'd love it to go to America. There's so many places. It'd be really, really cool just to travel around and hook up with all the YouTubers. Be really cool. I think they've got a new purple, LED purple or something that could be good for Slanesh minis. Yeah, oh, there's loads of colours, isn't there? Loads. So, what do we think of the price? £4.75, I believe, for a little pot. Not exactly cheap, but then arguably you don't need a base coat and you don't need a wash, so it's almost like two paints in one. Maybe that's the way to look at it. You could do lots of stuff like brushed metal effects or battle damage or lighting effects, etc. Up to you. You don't have to stick to base wash and highlight. Yeah, I think it's going to probably need some experimenting, isn't it? Um, like I said, most of my armies are half painted, so I've got all of the color schemes all locked and loaded, and I wouldn't want to try anything new with those because I like them to all look the same. But potentially, if I just had a single model to paint and I'd never painted it before, it might be quite good to experiment. 475 is outrageous for a tiny pot of wash, in my opinion. Yeah, see, that's the other thing, isn't it? I was following a Facebook thread, and they were saying 475. It does sound expensive, but you're getting a base coat and you're getting a wash in one. But you have to bear in mind that this stuff goes on one thick coat, so it probably isn't going to last that long. So you're probably going to need to buy more pots. So yeah, I was a bit surprised by the price. I thought it would be its normal paint price. There's no way I'm using those contrast paints as a base and a wash. They look awful. From what I've seen, they look awful on like Space Marine armor and anything that's like flat. They seem to look very good on skin. I mean, I saw a Space Marine that was painted with all of the contrast paints, and the face actually looked really good. So I think potentially if you're painting something with skin like orcs or lizard men, whatever their new name is, um, demonettes and stuff, probably, I think probably would maybe do the job quite nicely, especially your big batch painting. Imagine you're painting like 100 orcs. That would be pretty good just to be able to just go over the skin. And even if you painted the rest of the stuff normally, that could be a huge time saver if that was your mission, just to paint your army. I mean, personally, I prefer to paint to the best of my ability, or at least to a high level, the highest level that I can, without going silly amounts of hours on something. But so I think that's one reason why I wouldn't use it, because although it probably does look sufficiently good, I don't know I'd be satisfied enough with it, if that makes sense. Will Games Workshop now sack Duncan Rhodes? I don't think so. I'm sure he'll come out with some more tutorials for this new stuff. Any plans on getting doom scythes for your army? On paper, they seem quite effective, both weapon-wise and objective capturing. I don't think they can take objectives, can they? Because they're flyers. I have one. I have another one which I was given that's half built, painted. So we'd only need one more. So definitely a possibility. However, tomb blades are next on the list. I know what will happen is I'll get my tomb blades done, and then there'll be a rules update, and tomb blades won't be any good anymore. It always happens to me. I finally got my warp spiders painted, and then the rules changed. By the time I got them painted, they weren't as good as they were. We have Wargamer Viking in the house. Hello there. How you doing? Nice to see you. Doom sites are very good. Go for it, but you may need to run 3. I think you almost have to run 3, don't you, to make good use of the stratagem, because I think that's really what the Doom sites are about. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of flyers. I think it's just where I'm a bit old school, but not a huge fan of flyers. Okay, so we are now at the 1 hour mark, so I'm going to start to bring the show to an end. If you have any final questions, then now is the time to put them in the chat box. You too slow, must be the snucker. I finished some Rough Riders for my guard army just in time for them to be excluded from the codex. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. Really good, buddy. Just having a good chill out. How are you and everyone else in the chat? We all seem to be very good, thank you. Yes, I was saying earlier that I went on a second date last night, which went really well, and got another one planned. So that's good news. Jam Jar 34 is in the house. I'm doing an Imperial Guard. Yes, chilling well, Spud. Who, if you don't know, Spud is the Wargaming Viking. You can use other sprays in the range, however, just not the black. Right, okay. Space was grey, didn't like how it applied, but dried really well. Interesting. I have read your comment, Kujo, but I'm not going to say it. Has made me laugh, though. How you dog, Nick? Awesome to hear. Thank you. Yes. We're dank, thanks. Hey, Suede. I know it's a bit rude, but how old are you? You are really like early 30s. Is that to me? We're dank, thanks. Hey, Suede. Don't get that, sorry. But if you are asking me, I'm 47. Just turned 47. I was 47 in March. Look at all these awesome, sexy people. Well, awesome, sexy avatars. That's all I can see. Okay, so I'm going to bring the show to an end. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I really appreciate it. And like I said, the whole purpose of this video is to show some love, spread some love to the Wargaming channels, which are linked in the description below. So make sure you subscribe to any of them that you're not subscribed to. And I will be back with another Wargaming shout out video for you with some more awesome channels. Beam me up.